to make an important decision at the moment, but you haven't got a lot of time. Well, check this out. It's called the 5-minute decision-making drill. So I didn't make this up. I've got this from, it's been around for a long time, but I've just added my own little slant on it. So get a piece of paper and get a pen and get the action or the technique or whatever it is that you're thinking, should I do this, should I not? Get a piece of paper, draw yourself a square, cut it into 4, right? And you spend a minute on each of the 4 sections and the final minute making a decision. So the top left, draw a little positive sign, say, right, what are the positives of taking the action? So say it's, I need to speak to one of my people because they're not performing particularly well, right? The positives of speaking to them, well then they could improve. It could help the relationship. I could help them to feel better about themselves and write them down. All the positives of taking the action. Then you want to think about in the next one, the negatives of taking the action. You might say, well, they might get upset, you know, I might be misunderstood. I will need to prepare for that. I can't just do it off the top of my head. Then the third minute you say, okay, what's all the positives of not taking the action? Think carefully about that. What are the positives of not doing anything? And you might say, well, I can't think of anything because they need to improve. Well, I suppose I could avoid confrontation, you know, and you write it down. And then what are the negatives of not taking the action? Say, well, the thing won't improve. I won't be able to help the person. Things might get worse. And then when you look at the 4 boxes, it always works like this. You will have it weighted in one direction or the other. I've never done this where people have like 4 things in every one. It's equally weighted. It's always leaning towards you're either definitely going to do it or not do it. And in that 5th minute, you take a look at it and go, all right, based on all this, positives and negatives of doing it or not doing it, it's definitely telling me I need to do it or I need to not do it. You take a deep breath and say, right, I'm going to do this. Then you've made that informed decision. You've cut away the alternatives, yeah, and just that 5 minutes, it can make all the difference. Rather than just going on your gut feeling or putting it off and procrastinating, spend 5 minutes. You've got longer, spend longer. But in only 5 minutes, you've looked at the positive, negatives, and you made that informed decision. If you're time poor, important decision, need to do something, try it out. 5-minute decision-making drill. Give it a try.